Roxham Road, the
Yeah.
international disgrace slash laughingstock. Why don't we play a video of Maxime Bernier, the leader of the People's Party of Canada, going to this asphalt of disgrace, and we'll see what happens. And then I really want to hear you weigh in with your thoughts, Alexa. So here we go.
Hello, I'm at Roxham Road, and as you can see, I cannot go further. The police don't want us to be there, and so. But as you know, illegal migrants can cross the border, but I cannot go near the Roxham Road. That being said, we at the PPC, we have a solution for that. We must stop illegal migration and being sure that our borders will be respected. And the way to do that, we are not American. We won't build a wall, but what we can do is to build a fence and telling the RCMP officer to do their job and to tell them, you're not welcome in our country. We cannot save the world. And it's a privilege to be Canadian. Actually, I want to also be sure that the real refugees will be able to come here. Refugees where their life is in danger in another country, and that's not the case right now. These people are jumping the queue. And last year, we had about more than 35,000 illegal migrants who crossed that border at the Roxham Road illegally. It's time to stop it. We have the solution. We need to have the courage to be sure that our borders will be respected. So if you want a real change and if you want common sense, support us and be part of the change.
Alexa, the only thing missing from that report by Mr. Bernier is the most important question of all. Why? Why are police, and this is Quebec provincial police as I understand it, blocking access on a public road? This is the King's Highway, literally. This is not a driveway. This is not private property. No one's breaching the fence where that temporary, probably permanent now, RCMP detachment is. So why are law-abiding, tax-paying citizens being denied access on a road? I mean, assuming you're not blocking traffic, and it's very remote there. The only thing you see are police vehicles or buses carting off illegal aliens to hotels. As long as you're not blocking the road. And what am I saying? I mean, if you look at Extinction Rebellion, those climate change crackpots, they deliberately block the road and the police turn a blind eye. So, Alexa, why is that road being blocked from for the purposes of tax-paying Canadians walking down it?
But before I go further, I invite everybody to our special website, stoptraffickingtocanada.com. On this website, you can not only sign the petition that we did start, but you can send a message to the mayor of New York, Eric Adams, to stop giving bus ticket to the migrant free of charge, but pay by the taxpayer to come north to our border in Quebec. So I don't really understand why the Quebec police was involved there, because the only police present at Roxham Road are the RCMP. I don't know if they saw them arriving first, or if it was probably, I don't know, advertised before they go there and the police say, okay, because we know that every time that they have a protest or a lot of people protesting against something, the police need to know about it and needs to be present also if something happened. The fact that they stopped them to go any further, this is pretty strange, because as you say, it's a public place, is a public street, and nothing is private there. Only the last part where is really a private like sector, because you have like some residents around, so you should not step on the private place for the people who live there. But the rest is public. You can go there, you can watch what is going on. So I was pretty surprised to see the police of Quebec being there to stop them to go any further, especially because the migrants have more rights now that their own citizens who live in Canada.
Yep.
And And by the way, like, I think um, the fact that they stopped them to go any further and to show what is going on, that just put more like pressure on what is going on there. Why you stop people to report and to show the truth?
So, Alexa, just so I understand you perfectly well, um, the police haven't even issued an official reason why we're stopping you. We're just stopping you. That's BS, my friend. That's garbage. How they don't have the unless it's a crime scene. Well, it really is a crime scene, although we don't consider illegal migration into Canada to be a crime anymore. But unless there was like, somebody had just been bludgeoned, yeah, then they can put police caution tape. But are you telling me the police are just saying, we're preventing you from going any further because, well, we're just telling you? That's garbage.
I didn't really watch everything, but I did watch another live, and I think the police have say, I'm not sure about it, but that something was in constriction a little bit further and they were not capable to pass. But I think this is, I don't know if it's true. I don't think so. But the police have the right to, like they say, like to put a security perimeter when you have like some protests or you have some important people around. So I know that some police give them the right to do it. So probably it's something like that.
But
It can be.
Alexa, I would argue this. There's already that parameter set up at the end of Roxham Road. That's when you get to the RCMP detachment. They've got fencing. They've got signs warning against trespassing. Yeah, meaning you as a born in Canada Canadian, law-abiding, tax-paying, you can't hop their little fence. Still staying in Canada, you'll be charged with, I guess, trespassing. But meanwhile, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police turn into the Royal Canadian Mounted Bellhops for the illegal aliens and carry their suitcases across from Plattsburgh, New York. So I would argue that perimeter already exists. I think we should really press the Quebec Provincial Police under what basis are you denying access? Because I don't see any reason in law how they can be doing that.
But the fact that they did that, probably that will just bring more and more people to go, like in the next probably weeks to come, to try to get closer and closer. And that would just create a chaos. And I remember last time when I was reporting on Roxham Road, our RCMP went out and they say, you see what is going on? Like, this is just what is being created by media, by the fact that the mayor and everybody get involved in all this. It created chaos at that port of entry, irregular port of entry. And I would say more and more I'm reporting on this, more and more it's getting like a real chaos like there.
And I'll tell you, Alexa, I was infuriated about a week ago when you sent me some video, and I don't know if super producer Efren or Olivia has it, but you being assaulted by one of these coyote taxi drivers on the other side of the border in Plattsburgh, New York. There was absolutely no justification for that. And this guy was getting handsy with you. And this was in full view of the RCMP, who basically reminded me of a professional wrestling referee. Crusher, I've warned you 8 times not to use that foreign object, and if you don't stop, I'm going to warn you a 9th time. You know what I'm saying? So completely ineffectual. And if we can find that video, I would like to play it because I think it shows the entitlement, and I mean the absolute unmitigated gall, Alexa. Here are people involved in an illegal industry. They are smuggling people essentially into Canada, and they're upset by us practicing journalism, showing what's going on. Unbelievable. Do we have that?
But first of all, we should call them as what they do. They are, like, they are human trafficking completely. They are bringing people to cross illegally another another country. And we know that it's by the law, you cannot do that. It's a criminal offense to bring people to cross illegally to another country. And so I was reporting, and my report is coming soon, by the way, to explain what happened with that taxi driver. But he is acting perfectly how human trafficking would do.
Yep.
Not wanted to be filmed, really aggressive, and really ready to beat a woman in
Yep.
front of family and children to have his pay check from what he's doing. And I was shocked because in the same time, the RCMP cannot do anything. They have no jurisdiction on the US side. And by the way, I was in the US side.
Okay.
But they have no police in the US side, only camera. So thanks to the RCMP, because they were able to stop that man that was assaulting me, because nobody other was helping me. Like, of course, it's not the job of the migrant to help me out. Like, they have already enough stress on their shoulder. But I'm just thinking, like, these migrants are not, like, they are not secure at all with these kind of people who bring them to the border. Like, I don't agree with what they are doing, but the migrant is not their fault. They are just doing what they have been told to do, to, like, if you want a better life, just go to Roxham Road. You can cross illegally there. The fault is, like, to our politician, to our, like, federal government, to don't make people respect our border. So in the same time, it's not their fault to have not hacked, like, to protect me. It's not their job, is what I say. But thanks to the RCMP, and we are going, I did already fill the form to have the footage from the camera security. And we are working with a lawyer in the US side to make them, make that man accountable and get out of, like, the whole place, because he's working for a company of New York, like a taxi company.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah,
It's a whole cottage industry, isn't it? You know.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. It's like a taxi / consulting firm advising you how to get your ticket punched into Canada.
That's a clip from something we call Rebel News Daily. It's our daily live stream hosted by my friend David Menzies, but the show also includes a rotating cast of hosts and special guests, including me. It's a great way for us to talk about the news of the day as the news is happening in an unscripted fashion, and it's an awesome way for you to interact with us as well. We stream every weekday, 1 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Mountain, wherever you find Rebel News. See you there.